Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Tribal Trades. Wherever you're tuning in from around the world, I want to extend a warm welcome to you. We're going to be talking about the cheat sheet today. I had some great questions about, because the market has taken off, would I still be buying? And so I'm going to answer those questions, or I'm going to attempt to answer what I would be doing in the different scenarios. Now, if you haven't smashed the like button already, if you could kindly do that, that would really help get the channel content out to more people and grow the channel. Love the comments and questions. Certainly they do help me understand what I most need to provide to help everybody out there that watches this. So I do really appreciate that, because I do want to put content out that is really going to offer the best help for everybody out there, and we can all grow and find financial freedom together. And all the questions, of course, greatly appreciated, and I look to get back to those as soon as possible. All the friendly, loving comments as well. I really appreciate that. Certainly, if you haven't subscribed already and you want to join the ever-growing community, please click on that and you'll be notified when there is a new episode. Yeah, so let's have a look at the cheat sheet. And so the question was, one person asked about Solana and that they wanted more Solana. Well, it's gone. It's not in the buy zones anymore. Okay, we had those opportunities to get Solana in those buy zones. Ondo was one of the other ones that was asked. Was it around $1.08? And we're still in those buy zones for Ondo. Okay, so here's how I'll there's no way for me to answer really in a way that's going to satisfy everybody directly, because I don't know you or how much you've got, how is your portfolio weighted. But what I can tell you is what I would do, and I will outline a few different scenarios. Scenario number one is this. Scenario number one is, how much of your capital have you deployed to this bull run so far? Now, if you deployed already 75 to 80% of your capital in this bull run, so if that's me and I've already deployed 75 to 80%, and remember, don't risk more than what you can afford to lose, okay? So let's just say that's $10,000. It's just a round number, okay? Let's just say that's $10,000, and you've already put in about 7.5. If that's me, I'm not putting anything more in here. I'm done. I'm good, because I'm reserving that 2,500 for local bottoms, for those dips where the funding rate goes negative. You know, from my life-changing gains episode 4, I teach. And again, it happened. It was correct. And I told everybody on this channel, I told in the Discord, we have negative funding rates. The open interest is low. The RSIs are in the floor, and all the other metrics I shared daily on this YouTube channel to say how I felt that the local bottom was either in or we were pretty close to it. And so it ended up being correct. And way back in March, I identified these local tops. Open interest was through the roof. Funding rates were super peaked out. And the RSI was through the roof and was totally in a position where the market was overbought. And I did tell people at the time, I didn't have my YouTube channel at the time, but friends that I knew and other family members that had asked, oh, should we be buying at 70 something thousand? I was like, no, sell, take all your profits. I didn't tell people to sell everything, but just take all your profits off the table, because we could have kept going up. Just take all your profits off the table. These are some local top signals. And so I would be reserving that money for the next local bottom signals. And that could be a few months down the track, of course, but I always think it's good to have some dry powder. You never know what kind of event might happen. If the bullet had not missed, we might have been having a different conversation. Would we have seen the crypto market really drop heavy? I believe that we would have. And so it's very important to know you just don't know what's going to happen. Don't risk more than what you can afford to lose, and always have some dry powder. Remember, your dry powder, you can always day trade. You just take that $2,500 and you day trade it, and you set up with take profits and stop losses. So you're either going to be in profit, or you're going to get out with minimal loss, and then you can retrade and retrade and retrade. And then you go, oh, all of a sudden we have a big drop. bang, I can now go and deploy that money. So that money doesn't need to be sitting idle. If you've watched my money printing method episodes, part of the Life Changing Gains series, I've got 5 episodes on that. I teach how to set up stop losses. I teach what to do and how to do it. You can actually be using that money to trade. And so that's what I'm doing. The dry powder that I have left, I'm adding that to my day trading stack and using that to make money and generate money. Okay, so that's what I would do. So that's scenario number 1. Scenario number 1 is you're 75% in already. I think that's good. Depending, like if you got $1 million and you're only $750,000, and maybe you can throw another 50 in, okay? And then I'd be using that other capital in day trading while I'm waiting, and then once there is a dip worthy buy, and I'll certainly identify that on here, I would then be moving that capital back out of my day trading into my spot buying. And it should have grown too, by the way, that whatever money that you have that you haven't put in, that can be bigger through the day trading strategy. Okay. Number two is this. You've only deployed 50%, 40%. What on earth have you been doing? Have you not been watching my videos? Have you not been in the Discord? Daily I've been on here showing my cheat sheet, showing the levels, showing load up, telling you what I would be doing. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education, entertainment purposes only. But are you not entertained enough to have bought the dip? Okay, so really, yeah. Look, no, I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you today. But so I would say this. Okay, yes, there might be some tokens that you might still want to pick up. Maybe you want to pick up some more Solana at 170. It is at resistance. If it breaks through, that'll be great. And it will turn out, it's just risk. You're just risking as you're putting that capital in that if it drops, well, now your average price is high. You didn't get as much Solana. Maybe we'll have a real drop down. Something will happen and it will go down to $100 and $80. And you're like, oh my gosh, I FOMO'd in at $170. The one I can say to you is you don't get in this position again. There were clear market bottom indicators that I gave on this channel from the end of May all the way through to July 4th for buying this accumulation and this dip. And so what you can learn from this is to step in, and when the market shows you weakness and blood in the streets and fear, that's when I buy. Okay? That's not when I sell. That's not when I sit on my hands wondering if we're going to get another dip. That's when I will go in and buy, and that's what I would do. Okay, so certainly that is the second scenario there that you can do. But there are also, you can look at, for example, let's talk about Ondo here. Where is Ondo? So Ondo, if you were following this, you may not have deployed that capital 75 cents because it only went to 84 or about 84. So you might have that capital left. So what are you going to do with that capital? You can either put it in Ondo now at $1.08, and it's not terrible at $1.08. Okay, it's still in the buy range, and $1.16 would still not be terrible. We're not $1.28 is about mid range, $1.25 is the middle of the range, and $1.48, $1.50 is the top of the range. You definitely don't want to be buying much over $1.25. But in reality, you shouldn't now be buying at $1.16 or $1.28 anyway, because it's at $1.08. So if you end up buying here and here, it's what were you doing at $1, and what were you doing at $1.08, and what were you doing at 90 cents? So you have to ask yourself that question. You don't want to compound one mistake with another mistake. And this is what people do. They make a mistake. Classic. They don't buy the dip, or they don't buy enough in the dip. Mistake number one. Now they're going to compound the mistake by buying it when it's already pumped, with big green candles, and they got FOMO in. Now their average price is high, and then the market drops. And then they go into depression and they feel frustrated. And I want to help you avoid that. So if it's me, I'm not buying Solana at $170 because I already bought it at much lower. I mean, what were you doing? You had all this time, Solana. You had one April, 2 times in April. Then more opportunity was given again and again. So, and you can see this was ideal. There's so much support there, here, 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 here. And we might come back again. You might get lucky. You might get another go at it. So for me, I'm not necessarily buying Solana at 170, but I will say this, because Josh said this as well, and I do agree with him. He said that anything under $200 with Solana is a steal. So you have to decide. But for me, I'm not buying at 170 because I bought here, and I bought here, and I bought here. In fact, I bought Solana, it was $12. It was $8, $12, $15, $17. And actually, I didn't buy any more Solana after $17. $20 maybe. 22 would have been my last buy, and I rode it all the way up to $200, and I took profits at $200, and then I started to buy back in at these levels. Local bottom indicators there for me, okay? So that's something. So as far as Ondo goes, would I be buying some Ondo at $1.08? I wouldn't personally be buying Ondo at $1.08 because I'm already loaded up on Ondo. I'm not going to buy any more Ondo. I already rolled this buy into the 90-cent buy. I just didn't think we were going to get to 75, so I just took that and I rolled it in, and that's it. So I'm done. I'm all in on Ondo. I'm not purchasing any more Ondo. I'm just going to sell on the way up. So that's the way that I look at it. You just need to get loaded and in. So there's two ways to look at it. One is that you can take money that wasn't used. For example, on Solana, you might want to take the money that wasn't used on Solana. There were two buys here. So if you had $1,000 allocated, you bought 200, 400, 600. Then you got $400 left there. You might go and say, okay, is there another token in this list or another token that's still in a good value zone? And I think on the next episode that I do, I want to identify maybe some tokens that are still in a good value or still in a good buy zone. I mean, look at R-Wave. I gave this at 22, 20, 17, 14. It's at $33. Huge increase. Just a couple of days ago, it was at 22. You could have gotten in on that, and you would have seen incredible growth. You could have gotten out of your legacy tokens and rolled into these tokens that I gave you that were in orange and purple. Look at Bonk. Bonk has been on a tear. I think it's already left this aggressive entry and it's gone. Where is Bonk? Actually, we can have a look at Bonk on my little, I'm looking at over here. Yeah, it's at 32. So now it's already left. 32, 4 zeros and 32. So it's already gone, but it came all the way down to 18. So it's almost done 100%. Is XRP done 100%? No. You could have rolled XRP into Bonk. It was orange. And this is one I urged people constantly leading up to this to get out of these legacy tokens, these non-performing bad tokenomics, legacy tokens like ADA and Polkadot and XRP, and jump into these projects that I identified for you in the orange and the purple and the pink. That's what I identified for you to roll them into. And if you'd done that, then you would have probably made back all your losses on some of these dead tokens. Because I can tell you that XRP has not gone up 100%, and Bonk almost has, literally, from 18. In fact, did it get up there? It's back, but what did it get up to? Got up to 30, 32, almost 33. So it almost went up 100%. Once it hits 36, it'll have gone up 100%. So I say all that. So I will do another video. I will look into the tokens. I'll see which tokens are still in good value zones. Okay. So, and that will certainly help. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. I have filled in this cheat sheet. I haven't have I got all the tokenomics in here with that? I don't have all the unlocks in there. So I do need to add the unlocks, but you can see the ones up here, anything that is 100, it should be 100 by the way. Everything means 100% is in circulation. That's the best. That's what you want. Although do check that these tokens, some of them are all 100% in supply, but they can keep adding new tokens to the supply. Their max supply is a question mark on CoinGecko. Do be careful that Ethereum is one of those that I think this is why the price has been suppressed. So just be careful about that. So I hope that answers people who are wondering what should they do. They're late to the party. They're not sure. My answer to you is, how fully deployed are you? If you're 75%, 80% in, I think you're good. In my opinion, that's what I would do. I would just hold now and just take profits on the way up, buy the dips. If you're not fully deployed, I would be looking in this cheat sheet and see which tokens are value. And if there's a token that you like in here and you want to ask me, just come onto the Discord or ask in the questions on the YouTube, and I'll let you know what I would do. Again, I'm not financial advice, not a financial advisor, education, entertainment purposes only. And I can't tell you what you should do, but I can tell you what I would do if you were to ask that question. So certainly there are, I know Zeus, I think, is almost up 100% from the low, or above 100%. Let's just have a look at the Zeus chart here. Let's actually go and look into this. And again, this was just another one you could have swapped your XRP for. So we're up 15. Yeah, it went up 100% in price. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. I put these cheat sheets together for you. And yes, chart didn't look great, but the Solana founder is behind this token, Zeus. Zeus is putting Bitcoin on Solana blockchain, okay? So I'm a believer of Zeus, and I wasn't going to be deterred by this. I just kept, in fact, I rolled some of my legacy tokens into Zeus down here, and I'm already thankful that I made that decision. And so I was able to take some of the legacy tokens. I was still in a few legacy tokens. I got out of those and I moved it over into Zeus. I moved it into Brett. I moved it into Casper. I don't think I moved into Bonk. I'm kind of regretting that I didn't move it into Bonk. I'm already up 1,000% in Bonk in this bull run. Anyone well over 1,000%, I was able to get a little bit earlier, which was great. So I would just encourage you to have a look at this cheat sheet. See if you're only 50 or 60% in and you want to get a little bit more. But even that, you got to be careful. You don't want to throw another 20, 30% and now you're 70, 80%, but you're buying into a pump. And so you want to identify tokens that aren't really pumping now. So you want to be looking for coins either here or elsewhere. I've got the others over here as well. If you like some of these others over here, like Jasmy or Link or Fetch or something else, have a look. I know Arrows had a big pump as well. That was a high risk coin, but that may have paid off for you if you jumped in. I did get those entries here. I did want to let people know it was a high risk play, but I believe that was up, might even be up around $1. So if you've been, and I haven't actually filled this in. I don't know how many of these entries got hit here, so I will have to fill this in. Like I said, I've created this mammoth monster, and I've got to keep this updated for everyone in here, so we to make sure we can all make money together here. And of course, these are the exits. So these are going to come into play if you're looking to exit these coins. There are some good exit levels there. I'd certainly thankful that I got out of Sand, I got out of SHIB, got out of XLM, got out of XRP. I got out of all of these coins. I, at one time or another, have, can you believe it, held all of these coins, although I am still in Arbitrum, but it is in my others list. Why is it in both? Because I feel there are some people that just want to get out of Arbitrum and they need exit levels, and some people like Arbitrum and may want to get entries and take profits on the way up. And so this caters for both the people who want to get out and the people that want to invest and have belief in the coin and want to ride it on the way up. You can see with Arbitrum, it has suffered terribly from only having 33% in supply. And of course, the unlock is they have another unlock this month. These guys are just unlocking like crazy. So certainly that's why I put it in the exit column, because someone did ask some exit levels for Arbitrum. And I am looking at exiting Arbitrum as well, just full disclosure on that. All right, we're going to wrap this up. And I hope this was helpful to everybody out there. I certainly think it's going to be useful to everyone to see, are there some tokens here that are still in good value and good buy zones, and would I be buying any of this on this sheet here? You just don't know what is going to shake out. So these are some very conservative targets. I had someone make mention that they felt they were too conservative, but I think these are realistic and conservative targets. Some of them are going to get hit right on the button. Some of them, it's not even going to make the moon bag top over here. And some of them, it's going to go well past the moon bag. I'm going to be like, wow, that was... And I will adjust these accordingly as we see the market structure move, change, develop, evolve. I will certainly keep this updated. All right, everybody. Thanks again for joining. Until the next video, happy trading.